Very different video today. Usually I make a showcase of a team running chaos and running it through all the way to the end. Recently the chaos has been pretty difficult. The event chaos that just released. I thought Yuki would be able to get me through, but it's been rough. I don't know if anyone has been struggling on this. I don't know if people are using their meta characters like Mei Lin, Hugo, and Felipe. Unfortunately, my account has none of those characters. The only good character I think I have is Veronica Magna Renoa. I did try to do the chaos run with Yuki specifically, but I haven't been able to pull through, especially with the level 60 difficulty. But this video isn't going to be about my struggles. From what I know about Yuki and my experience with Yuki, and the information that I've seen other content creators putting out, from what I know so far of how you probably would like to take her build, is there is a weapon. I wish I still had the run, but there is a weapon that increases their damage every time they draw or use a draw ability, which works really well with this. But yeah, this is basically the weapons that I have, the gear I have. It's not that great. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get anything much better than this. It's not the worst, but 100% could be better. For sure, there's a lot of cards and weapons in the new chaos that's specifically made for Yuki that can make her do really well. But I did the run. This is all I got. This is like the premature run that ended, and I was testing a lot with the different cards and stuff. But I'm rambling, I'm yapping. So basically, the cards that you're looking for is of course to Epiphany something like this. Prepare to Subdue with plus AP, and duplicate it. If you can duplicate this card, it's amazing. Unfortunately, I was not lucky enough to be able to duplicate this. And to be honest, it was draw 2 and decrease the damage of the cards. I do not want that. If you get this, it's not the worst. It's nice because then you get 2 cards out. So I guess it can make up for the 20% decrease, for example, like drawing 2 flash slashes. So I guess this can still be good. It can still work. Let's see. Let's change my other save data. Yeah, I was able to get this with the increase on damage. So I don't know. I'm still kind of debating on this. But I think if you can get the Epiphany on this with the draw and get a plus AP on it, you're good. And then on top of that, rapid slash. I would remove this. It's way too expensive. Sure, it does a lot of damage. If you're able to get a consistent amount of AP, then I guess you don't have to remove this, because the increase in damage, like if you can get the inspiration on this, it's pretty good. It's not that bad. Single target. Lastly, flash slash. For sure, if you can get the inspiration on the decrease on cost 2, hands down one of the best epiphanies. Feels really nice. It's basically a free attack, 260 damage on 206 damage to all enemies. 100% copy this. So for sure, getting an epiphany with plus AP is ideal on the prepare to Subdue, and copy that card, and then getting the Epiphany for flash slash for the inspiration decrease on cost 2, and then copy this card. And then Trickery Strike. There's some different epiphanies. I cannot really determine what the best epiphany for this card. This middle one, I don't think is that great. And then draw one cards that have the inspiration effect. This one, honestly, I'm more leaning toward, because this is basically a guaranteed, like, you draw the card in your deck. So honestly, if you can get something like this, 100% this is the one to go for. And I guess if you're just going for damage for another, inspiration damage card, this one could be pretty good too. And this will proc also, because the inspiration proc. It will proc this freezing blade every time you use a card with a inspiration. It will do like a tiny hit, or not a tiny hit, but a quick hit. 60 damage to all enemies. Good for if you're going for more like an AoE build. But I much liked more this one with this epiphany. Scratch that, I forgot this is an epiphany. Freezing Blade, 0 cost, unique initiation, 100% get this. If you end up getting this epiphany, then it's not bad, or this epiphany is also not bad, but for sure this one, anything with 0 cost, it's gonna make everything AP efficient. In terms of neutral cards, honestly, if you don't really need any kind of neutral cards. I did tests with Energy Barrier, and I was lucky enough to get a vulnerable application, or be able to apply vulnerable and get some AP in return. But ideally, I don't think you want to have any neutral cards. There was one, unfortunately, I already scrapped the data, but it's this rat, this purple rat. If I can get the image, I will show it on the screen. But that purple rat was pretty good. I don't exactly remember what it did. Enough about Yuki. Now for the teams that I've been running, how do I go to my teams? So the teams that I've been for sure playing with is Yuki, Veronica, and Ria. That's her name, right? Or Nia. I said Ria. This one's pretty good, especially when you have a really good build. If you stuff like, you know, double repose and then double Sir Kowalski, those are really good. Thankfully, this is an amazing build I got on Veronica. I managed to get the spheres of randomness that you get from the event little dark octopus looking thing when you kill it. I think you can drop like multiple kinds of gear, and I managed to get this spear of randomness on this run. But if you have a good amount of draw power in one of these other characters, this will make things a lot more easier. And of course, Ria, like her deck search is freaking amazing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a copy on this one specifically, but this one could have been really good. It's still really good. Unfortunately, the equipment obtained isn't that great. And then the alternative build also is replacing Nia with Cassius. The thing that makes them really good with Yuki is this card here. Where is it? Joker. This one makes it so if for some reason, and I'm gonna play the video on the screen so you know exactly what I'm talking about, but this one's in particular, like if you draw this card and for some reason you don't have, oh my god, what's her name? If you don't have Yuki's Prepare to Subdue, and you have this Joker card in your hand, it's basically you click it, you get Nia Subdue, or Prepare to Subdue, or Yuki's Prepare to Subdue, and you trigger it and you get your cards. It just makes everything synergize and work together really well, and plus you get the AP back because you have, or you attempted to get, if you're lucky, the plus AP Epiphany for Prepare to Subdue. And then of course, naturally, his draw power. This is basically the build I have for Cassius. Tentacles of Chaos, this is the other weapon drop that you can get from the octopus that can destroy you if you don't kill it quick enough. But plus percent to ally, plus percent, plus 8% to ally attack. It's pretty good overall. But that just about sums it up with Yuki in my experience. I mean, if you want me to touch up on the partners, I don't really have a great opinion on the partners because partners are really rough. I pulled this partner and I got pretty lucky. Unfortunately, I did have to invest like 40 summons. It was crazy because like in one of the pulls, I managed to get 2 of these. Where is it? Yep. Here's the one level 50 and here's the other one level 1. I don't know if that was really worth it because I do have the partner, this Lillian, yes. She also works well with Yuki, especially when you don't really have anything else. But if you don't have anything else and you're like desperate, I guess this dude Douglas, you gotta stick with the Douglas. I invested the pools because I feel like this partner can have potential to be useful in the future. And I don't know how this game is gonna work with partners coming back or not, but this is just my early investment and it's like a blind investment. So if you want to be a little more cautious and careful, because I am free to play, I have not spent a dime on this game, and it's kind of rough because I don't have any of the meta characters as we speak. But yeah, Yuki's pretty decent. I have yet to see any kind of like super crazy cracked builds, but for sure I can see Yuki being useful in the future, potentially working with other characters as a sub DPS. quite fairly. I see her more like a sub DPS. I do have all her freaking potential unlocks. I mean, these are pretty good damage increases, but even with this, still her damage feels a bit underwhelming. It's kind of unfortunate. I wouldn't necessarily say I have regrets pulling her, but you know, I would like to think of it, I like to think of it as an early investment. Like I'm investing and hopefully she can pop off with other teams. But that's it. This is it for the video. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Peace.